In Chapter 1.3, we found out how to find the GCF and the LCM of two numbers. In grade 7, you may remember that we found the factors of each one and then the multiples of either of them, and using that we could find the GCF and LCM. We can also use prime factorization as another way of finding the greatest common factor and the lowest common multiple. First, we need to find the prime factorization of each of the numbers. We'll start with 36. 36 breaks up into 6 times 6, and then each of the 6 breaks up as 2 times 3, and then 2 times 3. So the prime factorization of 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. We could rewrite this in power form, however, for the sake of comparison, we'll leave it the way that it is. Now we can find the prime factorization for 48. 48 can be divided into the multiplication 6 times 8. And then the 6 can divide into 2 times 3, and 8 into 2 times 4. The 4 can then divide again into 2 times 2. Now we have the prime factors in this one. So for prime factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Now what we have to do is compare the prime factors and see if there's any that are common. So right now I have one pair of 2's that are common, another pair of 2's, and a pair of 3's. What I can do is I can create a Venn diagram to show this and represent it in the Venn diagram. So the factors of 36, which were red in this case, were 2, 2, and 3, and another 3. The common ones are the ones that are circled in blue, and that's the 2, and the 3. As you can see, there's one left over, so that one stays uncommon. The 48 still has two other factors that are not common, and those are the other two 2's. Using this method, we're told in class that the greatest common factor is the product of the common prime factors. So the prime factors as shown are a 2, and a 3. So the GCF is 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4 times 3 is 12. The greatest common factor of 36 and 48 is 12. Now the least common multiple is found by multiplying the greatest common factor times the uncommon factors. And so the lowest common multiple will be equal to 12 times any uncommon factors. That means the factors that are not in the intersection in the Venn diagram. That's this 3 here, and then this 2, and the other 2 as well. If I multiply this out, 12 times 3 times 2 times 2, if I use my calculator, 12 times 3 times 2 times 2 gives me 144. I could check my work by looking at the greatest common factor and see if it goes evenly into 36 and 48. I can also check my lowest common multiple to make sure that 36 and 48 both go into 144. So this method was how to find the GCF and the LCM using prime factorization.